Okay, so let's continue. So we just finished discussing the pictures tool under the illustrations group, and it's the same as the online pictures. The only difference is with online pictures, you have to have access to the internet and go online to look for a particular picture. So by default, you can search using Bing. So I'm looking for Ghana flag. I'll hit search or enter, and the system should automatically give me some options depending on how strong your internet connection is. So I'm sure this one will take some time before it comes. Okay. So these are some of the pictures that will be made available to us. So you don't need to open a web browser to do that. So once I do that, I click on this, then I'll say insert. Boom, then it's inserted. So it will download and insert the picture for me instead of you going to open your browser, searching for the picture, downloading it into your document folder before inserting it. So once you insert, the same tools that we discussed when we inserted it as an offline file comes, then we just go ahead to do our editing. So it's as simple as that. So basically, this is how you use the online pictures. Then let's talk about shapes. So we can also think of various shapes you can insert into your system. So it comes in various sections. These are recently used shapes. So we have the line sections, rectangles, basic shapes, block arrows, equation shapes, flow chart, stars and banners. Then we also have what? Call out. So you just have to take your time, explore the various shapes. But what I'll do is I'll insert one for us to get at contextual tab, then we explore those features as well. So if maybe for an example, I'm looking at equation shapes. So once you hover the mouse, it gives you the name plus sign. You hover the mouse, it gives you the name minus sign. So if I come to stars and banners, there is a ribbon titled down. So you need to take notes of the names if you really want to take the official Microsoft Excel exam and pass. So once I click, it gives me this particular cursor option. So it means it's ready for execution. So what I need to do is to just hold down my left mouse button and drag. So once I do that, it is inserted. Then it gives me the drawing tools shape. And all I need to do is to go through it. So just like the shape styles we discussed, this one also comes with its own styles. So you go through it, it comes with their names. So if for one or two reasons you want to change the shape, you can edit the shape or change the shape by clicking on it. If you feel you want to insert a new shape, you click, then you insert. You don't need to go back to insert and go to shapes, because once you have the drawing tools, they're all available here. Then you can go through the various styles, then you work with it. So it's as simple as that. So just explore. Then also have what shape fill. So if you don't like the current color, you can just go ahead, change it. Well, what about a shape outline? Okay, I'll need an outline of white. Let me make it red. Then we have what shape outline. We also have the weight of it. So you need to explore, be a little bit curious. So once I increase the weight, so anytime you see something like that, make sure you click to see what comes next. So you just click to at least explore and see what happens. Then also have what the gradient or the fill. So just explore. If you want it in the form of a texture, you can change it. So the options are numerous and available for you to use. So basically that is how you can use these tools for your work. So just keep exploring and keep working with it, and in no time you have the required skills, which makes you a Microsoft Excel specialist in that particular regard. Then we can also talk about the shape effect. So with shape effect selected, we go through the presets just as you saw when we inserted the picture. And this also comes with word art styles. So once you click, let's see, let me go back. Let me type in something in here. Good. So once I select it, I can just go through and apply word art to this particular feature. So I'll go for this particular color. Then you can also talk about text fill. So it's all about exploring and just finding out what these tools can be used for. Then we have text effect. I want you to explore, see what happens. Then after I finish explaining everything, I'll give you a series of practice exercises which you will use for practice. Then let's go to text fill. I saw a feature, sorry. Text effect, we have transform. So you can transform it in any other format. Okay, I think this is a pretty cool feature. I've not really used it. So anytime I pick the Excel application, I learn something new. We don't finish. We are always learning. So I come to home, I try to increase the font size. Okay, so it is within the context of this particular shape. So if I increase it, it also increases like that. So that's a pretty cool feature. I've already gone over these tools. You already know them, so no need to go over again. So basically that is what we mean by the insertion of shapes. So once you insert shapes, you can add word art features and all of that. So in the next lesson, I will take a look at SmartArt. Okay, let me just quickly take a look at it. So with a SmartArt, let's say you want to itemize stuff, you can do it in a professional manner, or you want to demonstrate a process. So the process of acquiring these skills is to, first of all, so I can just pick one of these processes. So what I need is something basic. I click it is inserted. So once it is inserted, what do you need to get the skill? So you first of all need to have access to the materials. So once you have access to the materials, what do? You practice. So access, you learn first, you practice, then we need to add another shape. So because I inserted this SmartArt, it gives me the SmartArt tools. So if I want to add another shape, I can even come to the text pane over here. So once I click on the text pane, I can hit the tab key. Now tab key will just demote it. So let me promote it back to where it was. So I hit enter, then it comes down one level. I can just come and click on add shape here. So you can add shape in any direction, after or before. So this is how you format your SmartArt graphic. So access, learn, practice, then finally you certify by taking the certification exam. So once you do that, you are good to go. Then you can also arrange it from right to left. So once I do that, certify, practice, learn, access, left to right. Then once I click on the shape, it gives me to move down, or move up. So this is how you format it. Then you can also change the colors. So we have dark one, outline, this, that. So as you go through, let me close this and try to move it here. Okay, let me move it here. So once I do that, you see a preview of it. So this is colorful range, accent color 5 to 6. So you need to be aware of where to find these for the sake of the exam. But you really don't need to memorize where they all are, but just knowing where to find it is just fine. So basically that is how it works. So access, learn, practice, certify. Then you can also have SmartArt styles. SmartArt styles. So as I go through it, you see the various styles available. This is 3D, and this also applies in Microsoft Word. So even though it is Excel, you're getting a bit of knowledge in Word and even in PowerPoint. So that is how interrelated the Office suite is. So we can go for this particular style. Then if for one or two reasons you want to change it, you just come, you change it, changes. So you are not limited to one particular style. So if this is what you want, you go for it. Then probably you don't want it anymore, you just say reset what graphic, then it goes back without the 3D effect. So if I want it, I click. Maybe I want something like this, and I can come and apply my colorful range, and we have convert to what? Shapes. So it's no longer a SmartArt graphic, but you can convert it back to what? Shape. So once it's back to shape, you get a drawing tools feature. Let me undo the conversion, then let me talk about the format tab. So you can edit the 2D, just explore all these features. We've already talked about it. So that is basically what it means for the SmartArt feature of our insert tab, which is under the illustrations group. Then we also have screenshots. So if I've opened this particular web page, I need a screenshot of it. I'll just come to my Excel application, then I'll click screenshot. So I'll select screen clipping. Then it will minimize the Excel. Then all I need to do is to take the portion that I need for my workbook. So once I do that, it takes a snap and insert it into the workbook, and it works for Word as well. And it gives you the picture tools that the one we previously went through or went over. So it is as basic as that. So when it comes to insert, so basically that is what the illustration group is all about. So thank you for the time. Then when we meet next, we will pick one of the groups. I'll skip add-ins and we talk about charts briefly, explain what is there and what tools are available for your work. Then we look at spark lines, then we move in that order. But pivot tables and pivot chart and in certain slices will be talked about under Excel Expert. So I'll give you a couple of exercises just to help you understand how best you can use these tools. So see you in my next lesson.